Welcome to another Gweilo 60 video from Nanning, China. Today we're going to be talking about homeless people in China and why and how. You can see the setting here, like I'm in the middle of Nanning City, but as you can see, I'll turn around. I'm in a village in the middle of Nanning City. You could be 100 miles away from any big city and it would be exactly the same as it is right here, right now. Anyway, that's not what this story is about. Homeless people in China. There are a number of homeless people in China, but per capita, compared to Canada, I'm not sure about the United States, but compared to Canada, there are very few homeless people in China compared to the number of people there are in China. Most of the people that I've seen homeless, we have a fat lady on Hojilu. She eats out of the garbage cans and she's got to be pushing 300 pounds. She talks to herself, she sleeps on the street. She's crazy is what it is. She's got mental disorders and that's just the way it is, you know. And that's what I see mostly in China is for homeless people is people with mental disorders, or they're just loco is what it is. Another one. There's a guy downtown Nanning. He walks around naked. Okay, he's about 6 foot tall, long dark curly hair, well, sort of stuck to his head hair type thing. A big beard, and he walks around naked downtown. Well, you'd think that the police would pick him up, but the police, what are they going to do with him? Then they've got to house them, and there's no place to put them. So they just let them roam. Another one. I've got lots of stories about homeless people, but you see, they're all crazy. An old man sitting in the middle of the street, taking a dump. Okay, and my wife and I were driving up on Sam, the e-bike there, and stop, and I look at Wei Fong and I say, man, it couldn't get much worse than that, because you know he's in the middle of the street taking a dump and there's hundreds of people around, and you know they just ignore him because yes, he's crazy. That's what they say. So you just ignore him, and that's the way that they deal with it here in China. Okay, so I look at Wei Fong and I say, well, that's sad. This you know, this couldn't get much worse. Just as I said that, a school bus full of maybe 7 or 8-year-old children stops right beside him, and all of the kids get out and circle around this guy and start pointing. Well, I look at Wei Fong and I guess, well, maybe it could get worse, you know. Another one on Hojilu, on our street. This was a couple years ago. There was a guy that would walk around with his pickle hanging out. Okay, his pants are undone, and he's walking around. And this is a university area where most of the girls are between 20 and 25 years old. And he walked around for like months. I seen him standing right in front of the police station, and police walking back and forth, and they weren't doing anything about it. Somebody must have complained. An authority figure must have complained, because after a couple of months that guy just disappeared type thing. But you can see that, and all of these people are homeless. You can see them eating out of garbage cans, and you know, downtown Nanning you see a lot of people eating out of garbage cans, and you know, people just say they're crazy. Dave, one of my friends, he's a nice guy. You know, we go to McDonald's in the morning and you get a egg McMuffin, sausage and egg McMuffin with your coffee, but we don't eat that, so we give it to Dave, and Dave gives it to the homeless people. Well, he said he gave it to a homeless person, and he sat down on a chair outside, and he watched the homeless person, and the homeless person opened it up and sniffed it and then went through the garbage. So even homeless people won't eat McDonald's breakfast, you know, so he wasn't that crazy. The difference between that and Canada, the United States, is most of the homeless people are due to addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addiction. You know, I come from a place in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, where there's a number of people that live on the street or go to homeless shelters, and that's only 40,000 people. And I would bet you that there's more homeless people in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan because of drug addiction and alcohol addiction than there are homeless people because they're crazy in Nanning. See, you don't see people on the street in China, homeless, that are there because they're drug addicted or addicted to alcohol. You see them on the street because they're crazy. Families in China stick together, so if somebody's got a problem with drug addiction or alcohol addiction, the family puts up with them. But with these crazy people, what do you do when Uncle Wong is walking down the street naked? Or, you know, so like, I guess the stigma of having somebody like that around your house, because there's really no place to put them. You know, so in China, it's mental disorder, makes you homeless. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. In Canada, it's drug addiction. So there's a difference between the two countries, and I've noticed that as one of the things. You know, I could go around and take a bunch of pictures of homeless people that are crazy in Nanning, but they're homeless, they're crazy, they've got mental disorders, they don't need the indignity of being on video too, so I'm not going to do that. And this is just one of the little videos I thought that might be interesting to some people out there. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, and thanks for watching. Bye now.